Welcome. I so not take it as granted that we practice here together. It's such a precious space, and and if it's live now here, all of us, or if it is in a recording, whatever works, whatever works, as long as we spend this precious time with ourselves and with our mind and with our hearts and with our bodies. Hear the little things it whispers before it needs to shout. So I appreciate it. Thank you. And in the spirit of this month of Elul, the month where in my tradition, in the Jewish tradition, there is a lot of emphasis on reflection and contemplation. In the last session, we've done it through the sound of the shofar, right? To see what it is that is awakening in us to hear. And we have a costume, something that we do here with the kids, which is basically contemplating or reflecting on the past and what we liked and what we didn't like. We call it Mitz Spitz. It translates into juice and a corner. One thing that was sweet for us, it was pleasant, and one thing that wasn't pleasant. And we talk about it and we reflect about it. And what I've noticed is that my mind it's pretty good, pretty developed in time travel. I don't know, maybe you know this, but I can drive in my car and the beautiful roads of Tasmania, and in the winter time, and in my mind I'm already in the summer in Israel, planning our holidays. Or I'm gardening, and I see this tree, and I remember, wow, it used to be so small. It's really grown beautifully, and I'm taking there, which is it's a superpower, I think, that we have such a developed ability to go to the past and to the future. And also, like any travels can be a wonderful tool, or travels can be something which is not beneficial. It's rumination, thinking about the future or the past in an endless loop. Welcome, Klish. In an endless loop, trapped there or trapped in the future or in the past. Sometimes my mind goes to really like such a crazy mind, and planning the worst case scenarios. How will I respond to those situations? What will I do? How will I save the kids, save the family? And maybe it's alright if it's once, but if it's on a repeat, perhaps it is not fine anymore. It's just now creating stress. So we are instructed, we are asked, we are invited to use this time travel ability that we have to go to the future, to go to the past, but to do it with certain intention and certain attention. And this is the practice that I'm hoping that we will do today. Now, when we do breathwork, when I facilitate breathwork sessions, sometimes people come to have the biggest experience, or to have like an emotional catharsis. But there is something really important when we do breathwork or mindfulness or meditation, which is remembering a deeper intentions behind it. So when we do breathwork, which can be quite powerful experience, like really strong emotions and thoughts and sensations in the body, if we are not doing it, or if we don't remember, why we're doing it, we're doing it to heal, or we're doing it to connect, to explore, it can easily become an unwanted trip. And similar, thinking about the past or thinking about the future can easily become rumination for some, even like, yeah, for me also, rumination can happen. And if I'm going there, with certain intentions, it's experienced different, because then we are observing it. Once we observe something, we immediately create a distance from it. So we are not it anymore. And that it's almost like a secret. It's, if we remember why we're doing it, why am I doing something, and that I am always the observer, it sets us on a right path to exploration, to healing, to making peace, to understanding, to recognizing what is, not what I wanted it to be, what I imagined it to be, what it should look like. So yeah, today we will do it with this question, intentionally noticing the growth that had happened within us. Yeah, about 10-15 minutes practice. In it we'll have some breathing with Tibetan bowls, and first grounding, then breathing with Tibetan bowls, and then into meditation with some reflective questions. So let's find a comfortable position, any comfortable position, sitting or laying. And we start with just making sure that our position is good for us right now. Good is comfortable and also helping me to be alert, to be awake. Maybe we can continue to asking ourselves, why am I doing this practice? And taking a deep, slow breath in. And in the exhalation, allowing ourselves to land exactly into the experience. Noticing what is the experience that I'm landing into. Notice the sensations around. What comes, what feels, that is coming from inside the body. And sensations that are more felt inside but coming from outside, like sounds that surrounds the body. The air that surrounds the body, the air that touches the skin. and moving the attention to the breath. Perhaps naturally the breath became a little bit deeper. If not, it's totally fine. Just noticing yourself breathing right now, the air. Knowingly that every inhalation your body takes energy to develop, to grow, to create new cells. On every exhalation, it clears out what is ready to go out. Dead cells being exhaled, clearing space for new growth. I invite us to start very gently, deepen the breath into resonance breath, a breath that is equal, smooth and constant. If it fits you to follow the sound of the Tibetan bowls, you're very welcome. Otherwise, feel free to breathe in any other rhythm that fits you. So this is the sound of the inhalation, and this is the sound of the exhalation. Inhale and exhale. 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 Inhale, exhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Making the breath deep. If you want to continue, feel free to continue, feel free to change the rhythm. Noticing the experience after just a few minutes of breathing and a resonance breath or heart rate variability breath. I invite you to ask yourself, what has grown in you that perhaps you haven't stopped to notice? It doesn't have to be something big or impressive. Maybe you became a little bit more patient, or maybe there's a relationship that has deepened. Maybe you've learned something about yourself. Maybe a pain had been softened. Maybe you responded differently to things that in the past you were very reactive to. As you do it, I invite you to notice the weight of your body right now and how it's contacting the chair, cushion, floor, grass, wherever you are. And I invite you to bring to mind something that has changed or grown in you over the in the past year. I'm just holding it in awareness. We are reflecting back. Holding something in our awareness, and also bringing the attention to the body, to the chest, to the belly, the shoulders. And asking, how does this growth feel in the body? Maybe there is a sense of openness or expansion or warmth. Maybe the breath has more space. maybe more steadiness, maybe more sense of flexibility. Maybe you don't feel any particular thing. That's also fine. We're not trying to create a particular experience, but just noticing, recognizing. The next question about our growth has something to do with what takes us away from recognizing it. It might be a sense of something is not good enough, something needs to be fixed. What have I overlooked because I was perhaps more focused on what is still missing? Once again, no need to look for a certain answer. Maybe it's just something to acknowledge. Maybe it's something that you've learned or a place that softened. Maybe a quiet growth. And perhaps you'd like to take a moment to appreciate it. It's not about being perfect, huh? It's not like there's nothing left to work on. But it's true, already something had grown. And once again, bringing the attention to the body, seeing how it feels in the body. No need to have a specific experience. We can just pause, look inside, and notice what had already grown and developed. Or maybe growth is not always announcing itself. Maybe our practice at times is simply taking a moment to stop and notice it. And before we finish this practice, taking a few deep breaths, taking in this acknowledgement of the places, the areas of growth in the past year. Maybe congratulating ourselves for it or that has grown. And taking another deep, slow breath in. And in the exhalation, letting go of this practice. When you feel ready, slowly coming back. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. And if you are watching it on YouTube or Spotify and you've lasted all the way to the end of this practice and you feel benefits, or if it touched you, it's quite powerful what happens when we support someone or something else. It really shines our light. And I invite you to support this channel and like and share it to people you love. Maybe even in the comments share with us your experience and how, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. It would be great to do that. So thank you so much. Lots of love and appreciation for you and for us practicing it together. And I hope to see you again next time.
Thank you very much, Gilly.
Thank you, Stephanie.